you can't pick out one because then, and also then in the court they'll say, well, you challenged him. But
right.
I was at ringside one time, and I'd not even seen this guy before, and it was a spot show. It wasn't a real hot match. I just happened to look around, and the guy was yelling at me, and I pointed right at him. I said, you sit down. He stood up, and I was like, oh, you're going to come over here? And some bitch he was. He comes right under the rope, and I just had one of my knee surgeries. I had my knee brace on. I was still getting used to it. So I tried to take off and figure, I'm going to catch him at least halfway coming. I started taking off, and my leg was just there. It was planted. I was like, oh, shit, this ain't working yet. So we ended up just locking up. Now, he's got me. I tried to hit him with the racket. He's got my hands. I've got the racket. He can't let go of me, or I'm going to hit him in the head, but I can't at the same time let go of the racket, or he's got my racket. So we're at a stalemate, and I got no balance, and we're just standing there. It looked like we were dancing.
You never hurt them guys either.
No, you can't hurt him.
No, the guy, I was the first manager they ever used in St. Louis. I only had 3 cops there. So for a year I didn't do nothing, but I had a lot of heat just being there.
Yeah.
So finally they decided to do something one time. So I jump up, I was just standing up one night, and a guy comes and he grabs my shoulder here. There was no rails then, so I whirl around and I hit the guy with a working punch. And the guy looks at me, and he sits down, and I heard him tell the woman next to him, he can't hurt anybody, he just gave me his best shot and never fell him.
You forget sometimes, don't you?
And then I'm thrown in the ring one night in Gore, Indiana. Sherlock throws me out, and some old man gets up with a cane, and he walks up, and just as he goes to kick me in the groin, I grab his leg. So I go to kick him in the balls. And I kick, he turned and I turned, and we cracked knees. Now we're both going, he's going back to his chair, I'm going back to the ring, like we're both 90 years old. And then just get in here before you kill yourself. But you never heard them. You never heard them guys that you wanted.
And old women and old men are the most dangerous. The big guys are not as dangerous because the old men will cut you, and the old women, what can you do to them? I'm in Lubbock, and just standing there at the Fantastic Midnight Express, and this woman, I don't know what we did, grabs one of the chairs from the front row and raises it over her head, and she's coming at me, and I'm looking at her, and she's got to be 70, and she's barely 5'3", gray blue hair, and she can barely hold this chair up over her head, and she's going to hit me with it. And I'm trying to... Now, I don't want to get hit by the chair. What can I do to this woman? I can't, so I block the chair. When I block the chair, the force of her swing causes her to stumble and fall down. Now I'm standing there with a chair over the body of the corpse of this woman who I haven't even touched, who's fallen down and is having a stroke, and the people are starting to stand up, grab chairs. I'm like, what can I fucking do? I can't win. If I hit the woman, she's dead. She probably killed herself trying to hit me. I didn't touch her. They're still going to kill me. You gotta leave.
I was in Jonesboro, Arkansas in 1965. And that's when the blacks had to sit in the balcony. And they had white and colored drinking fountains and bathrooms. And it wasn't an arena, it was like a place where they held chicken fights. It was, I tell you who ran the town. His name was Dwayne Peel.
Buddy Wayne.
Yeah.
Dwayne Peel, yep.
Yeah, him and Herb Welch. And you had to come back after each fall. They give you the finish.
Yeah.
Because they made 3 matches. And they could no concession. That's the truth. So, they always told me, I'm just starting, I'm in business 4 months. They told me, in the rings will work, outside to shoot. You have trouble in there, get in the ring. So, Tommaso was working with Al Costello, hits him with a knee, and Al takes a bump, he hits him in the thigh, and Al's leg swells. And he can't walk. So, he was back to the dressing with the babyface side. We go back to ours. And with Guy Mitchell and Joe Tommaso, they were wearing masks as the assistants. I got a tuxedo on, a plastic rose, blonde hair, white sunglasses. I look like Betty Austin's illegitimate kid. And I'm sitting there, I got to run to shoot.
That's over the heads of anybody under 35, and you know what? We don't care.
And so now we come back up to the third fall, and the finish was Betty was going to take both of them on by himself, and finally they overbombed and they got disqualified. That was it. Simple. Now they both jump in the ring, they're fighting him, and now the people are really getting hot. So the guy's walking down the aisle with a chair. Like that, I said, put that chair down. 20 years old, 4 months in the business. Put that chair down. No police. They're American Legion cops with the old Army helmets. They're about 80 years old.
Because the American Legion got a 1.5%. Yeah.
And they sit there on their chairs. I say, Pop, there's a guy coming with a chair. And he said, So I'm having no help here. So I rolled in the ring. Now the people think we're all in there together. So now they all come down. So guys said, let's get out of here. So they both jump out of the ring, and I forgot to follow them. I try to get out, and the people are tipping the ring. I'm trying to step out, and I can't. So a guy comes back, and he grabs me, pulls me to the floor, and he puts his arms around me. As we start walking back, those old American Legion cops took their blackjacks out and were stabbing me on the head and on the back, all the way to the dressing room. I worked the whole week for Nick Lewis, and I made $40.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on here.
I'm on top, though.
Okay, I was going to
From
say,
Angle.
Buddy Wayne at